Welcome to the fields of Perthshire in Scotland. Just two of us today. You've got Marty in the distance and you've got me, John. Both on the XP Goldmax Power V4. It's a bit of a breezy day, but hopefully it's going to remain dry. We've got a number of fields to choose from. But before I get started, fantastic news, 6,000 subscribers. Channel's been going for about 13 months. So thank you everyone for the tremendous support, and it's my birthday today. So to wake up this morning and see that I'd hit 6,002 subscribers was tremendous. So hugely appreciated, and thank you to everyone for all their support, all the comments, the likes, and all the help identifying the finds. You always learn something new every day. This field produced, what did we get? We got a hammered coin off this field. It's one of our new permissions last week. The other day we were on a different field, which we might jump on to later. We topped 20 coins between us for a day's dig. As I say, just Marty and I today. Fingers crossed we turn up some stunning relics and maybe a gold hammered coin for my birthday celebrations. Let's see. This one is signal number 1, barely a minute in. Didn't sound great, to be honest, so I didn't film it. And look at that. We've either got a coin or a button to get us started. What's it going to be? It is a coin. I think it's actually silver. I think it's maybe a milled silver coin, which would be a phenomenal start if it is. Let me give it a clean up and give Marty a shout, who's just to the side of me. How about that for a start? First hole, it's a coin and it is silver. It's in terrible condition. I don't know why it's so bad, because I'm sure this coin is practically pure silver, like 99.5%. It's got a 1 and an 8. Can't see the date on this side. You can see the crown, you can see the leaves, and you can just make out a faint number 3. This is a threepence, silver 3p. Marty and Fletch both got one each on Saturday, and it is the same person, Victoria, Queen Victoria. You can just make out her young head looking to the left, so I'm guessing this is probably going to be late 1830s through to the 1860s, give or take. But hole number 1, minute and a half in, and I've got a silver coin. Happy birthday to me. Brilliant. Hole number 2, not particularly deep. I'm only 15 feet from the silver coin. It wasn't a great signal again. I thought it was probably going to be iron, and that looks pretty circular. I've not got another coin, have I? It might be a spendable, but again, I don't know why it was such a terrible signal. Let me give it a clean up and see. It is 2 holes, 2 coins, and neither signal sounded like a coin. What a terrible state it's in. It's a spendable, and it's a spendable penny. You can see 200, but I can't see the other letter. It's all corroded. What a state it's in. So it's from the early, probably 2000s, or certainly the first part of the millennium. Elizabeth II, and you can just make out a 1 for 1p. But listen how bad that is. That just sounds like a pure iron signal. Normally when you get a 1p spendable, it doesn't sound that bad, but maybe it's all this corrosion that's attached to it. But again, in a terrible state, considering it's probably only been in the ground for 10 to 20 odd years. But it's a coin. 2 for 2. Signal number 3, and we're only 3 minutes in. I wouldn't say it's brilliant, but then neither of the last two been, and they're both been coins. So 3 for 3, what a start that would be. Let's have a look. We're out of the hole, only shallow. And I think that is it right there. It is. What have we got? Change hands. Oh, that's interesting. That is something. It looks kind of decorated, doesn't it? Right, let me give this a little clean up off camera and get back to you. Possibly part of a buckle plate kind of thing? Maybe? Let's have a look and see. Pretty much as soon as I touched it, the back part fell off. You can see there's a tiny little copper pin which has gone through that hole to attach it. This part looks to be pretty plain. Don't know if it's maybe been sort of gold gilded or something at some point on that edge. And this side is definitely decorated, and you can see that little pin coming through. Wonder how old that could be. We are very close to a Norman period old fort, medieval fort that was built in the around about the 1180s. Sorry, the 1080s, not the 1180s. And yes, before anyone says it, I know the Norman conquest did not come to Scotland, but it did, however, have a huge impact on King David I, who was responsible for introducing the feudal system to Scotland, which basically meant bringing over French Norman families from the north of France and planting them around various parts of Scotland. But that could be medieval, could be part of a decorated strap end. If it is, what a start. 3 holes in, probably 4 minutes, 5 minutes of metal detecting, 2 coins, and possibly a medieval item. Let me know in the comments. This one sounded like possibly deep iron, so come down onto this. What do we reckon? It's big, whatever it is. It looks like it's shaped like a sheet. Definitely looks like it's iron. I think I'm going to leave this one in the hole. Could be a great big treasure chest, but I doubt it. Yeah, I think I'll leave this one. This one is quite erratic. But could be alright. Could just be something quite shallow. I don't think it's deep. So let's give it a dig out and see. A bit deeper than I thought, not helped by the stony ground. And do you see what I see? Right there. I think it was on its edge. I think we might have another spendable. Maybe a 2p this time. It's got the right colour. Oh no, it's got a circle in the middle. That's a shilling, I think. Or is it 2 shillings? No, I think it's 2 shillings. It's not a spendable, but it's not far off it. 1958, pre-decimal. I'm only, I don't know, 20 minutes in, and I've got 3 coins already. Elizabeth II, De Gratia, by the grace of God, Regina. So Queen Elizabeth II, by the grace of God. You can see her profile, young head, looking to the right hand side. I think 1958, can't remember when she came to, was it 1948 or 1952 that she became queen? I can't remember. But you can see at the bottom, 2 shillings. You've got the Rose of England in the centre. If I remember rightly, it's thistles around the edge. I wonder, does the poor old Welsh get a mention? I don't see any leaks anywhere, but maybe there are. 1958, 2 shillings. I think that was 20 pence. Correct me if I'm wrong, everyone. You know what I'm like. And it's coin number 3. Fantastic. We've got 2 for 1 this time, like the other day. One on the right. Sounds a bit too good to be honest, and sounds almost identical, so I don't know, it could be a bit of foil or aluminium, but with the way I'm predicting signals, who knows, it could be a coin or 2. Let's see, I think we'll go with the one on the right first. Moment of truth, is it Mr. Kipling? Not particularly deep, whatever it is. Haha! It's another coin. It is another coin. Look at the state of it. It looks like it's been dipped in vinegar. 1 penny. That is bizarre. Georgius V, by the grace of God, King of the Britons, Defender of the Faith, and Emperor of India. 1 penny. Need to give it a clean up to get the date at the bottom. Back to you in a sec. It's another 1919. I think we got 2 or 3 1919 coins the other day in the neighbouring field, but it's 1 penny, 1919, and it's George V. Now don't ask me why it almost looks like it's, I don't know, maybe it's been on the surface and it's been sprayed with something. It's got a bit of corrosion on it, but it doesn't look like you would normally expect. Normally it would be quite a green or quite a brown colour, but it almost looks like it's been, as I mentioned before, like exposed to some sort of chemical. But it is a coin. It's coin number 4. Inside half an hour. 1919. Well, the first one was a coin. Are we going to get as lucky with the second one? It sounded exactly the same. What the hell is it? It's doing this thing again, is it? There it is, there. Why am I getting a signal up there as well? Oh, that's why. There's a nail. There's a nail, which I'll chuck away, in the edge of the field. And there's a coin. A green one this time. Wonder if it's going to be George V. Again. 1875. It's not. It's going to be his grandmother, which is Queen Victoria. Right. You beauty. I'm on fire. Right, let me give this a proper clean up. Well, it has been a very busy first 30 minutes. Victoria de Gracia, by the grace of God. Can't actually read that bit. But it'll be Britannia, so Queen of the Britons and Defender of the Faith, possibly Empress of India on there as well, and on the reverse, 1 penny, and 1875. Quite smooth, they normally always are, but it is another coin. This is the great thing about new fields, some of them can be littered with finds, and this one is looking tremendous. I'm going to go and give Marty a shout because he's about 50 metres away to my right hand side, so I'm going to go and check and see how he's getting on. I'm quite close to a trackway, so maybe he should be coming over this way a little bit more. I'll go and see what he says. Marty has found an angel. Well, part of an angel by the looks of it. What is that? That to me is an angel's wing. It's broken off there. It's very heavy, it's bronze, I think. Now it could either be decoration from a piece of furniture or some sort of boss that was maybe attached to a horse and cart or actually on a horse. Likewise, could it have been off a little statue? No idea on that one. Age wise, I think it's going to have a bit of age to it. I don't think it's going to be like medieval or ancient, but I'm willing to take opinions. So if you know, let us know in the comments below. This one had a low grumble. I was expecting maybe a big bit of shallow iron, and I think that's it. It is, and that is not a bit of iron. Because look at that. That is, well, if it is a bit of iron, it's shaped. It is a funny shape. I have given it a clean up. I think it might be iron, but I'm not really sure. It's got hardly any corrosion on it if it is. It's kind of like an off-shield shape. It looks like it's broken, whatever it was. And it's had a big hole through the middle, albeit the hole is not straight, it's angled. Could it be like, you know, those old-fashioned irons you used to heat in front of the fire to iron your clothes? Could it be part of one of them? Or could it be part of, I don't know, a massive weight, or part of an old padlock or such like? Let me know in the comments. Now, we've been going for 40 minutes and I think I've already got enough footage for one video. So I think I'm going to leave it there for just now. And I will call this the end of part 1. So thanks for watching. And shortly you'll be able to watch part 2. So we'll see you on the next video.